Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I just wanted to bring to you guys today a review of the movie I went out and recently seen, along with the whole world it seems like, and that is Obsession by Curry Barker. Curry Barker has done a lot of comedy sketches. He has a background in comedy and doing stuff on YouTube and other platforms, but he kind of dabbled a little bit in what I saw of some short films and other smaller budget films dealing with horror, but mainly his thing is comedy. That's what he's done his whole time, and he hasn't been a full-time director his whole career. This is his first real theatrical debut. He's had a few little films. And what are my thoughts on it? Guys, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. This movie is amazing, and amazing in the most twisted and horrifying way. I promise you. It is everything that you've been hearing on probably Instagram, social media of any kind are just going off on this masterpiece of a movie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You'll get to everything you'll have to hear from me about the movie. Towards the end, I'll give it a final verdict. But overall, you're going to get it from the very beginning. This movie is awesome. It's just amazing. And like I said, in the most horrifying and messed up way. But let's start with a few of the pointers. Why is it amazing? You've heard all the reviews. It's gotten tons of hype, gotten nothing but great reviews. So why is it that way? Well, there's a few reasons. One, the cast is doing a great job here. All of them are really good. The main guy, Bear, played by Michael Johnston, he plays the shy, kind of nerdy guy very well. But, he does an amazing job. He really does a great job with this movie, but the one who is carrying this movie is Indy Navarrete. Oh my gosh, she is so good. She is just amazing. And I'll keep repeating it, she's amazing in the most messed up way possible. So a little summary of this movie and its plot. Not going to give any spoilers here because I really want everyone to go out and watch this movie. Just right here at the front, if you have not watched this movie and you like horror, please go out and watch this. This is just an amazing film. But little summary on the movie. Basically, this guy Bear, who's played by Michael Johnston, he has this crush on this girl, Nikki, who you can tell, not really implied how long, but you can kind of tell they've been friends for a long while. They work together. You can assume that they've kind of grew up together possibly, but it's kind of like that childhood crush that, we've all had at some point or whatever. We've all had that person who, we want to talk to. We've always kind of had a little thing for them, but we just could not get the guts to go and talk to them or ask them out on a date. And so basically, that's what the beginning of this movie starts off with, is Bear basically trying to get the courage to ask Nikki out on a date. That's the long and the short of it. That's as simple as a startup as it gets. But it's so frustrating watching him because, as a kid, I understood this. Sometimes talking to people or a girl that I really liked, it was hard, I understand this. As an adult, I'm like, dude, please, it's right there for you. Just go do it. But of course, as the movie would go, he doesn't get up the guts to do it. He has all the opportunities in the world, especially in this one scene. He has every opportunity to say what he needs to say to this girl, and he just doesn't. So you feel terrible for the guy. Little point before this moment where he could have said everything he wanted to kind of pour his heart out to the girl. He bought her a gift, and this gift was a little wishing willow stick thing. It's this little thing that you would find in a lot of novelty stores, I would think. It's got a little box and it's a wishing willow, and it's only $6, it said. It was $6 or $7. So he got that for her as a present, just, a little gag gift. And, when he doesn't get the guts up to talk to her, he eventually kind of just jokingly, but also in frustration, just takes that wishing willow and not really thinking, you can tell he doesn't think that it's going to work, but he just breaks it in frustration and says, "I would like for Nikki to love me more than anyone in the whole world." Essentially those words. It's not word for word, but essentially what he puts. And from that point forward, you have the plot of our movie. And I won't spoil too much there because that's basically in the trailers. Anybody who's watched the trailers, that that's the basic summary of the setup for this movie. But from there, it goes out of hand. This is basically the perfect story and the perfect movie to describe the saying, "Careful what you wish for." That's exactly what this movie is. It's literally taking careful what you wish for, but putting it in the worst possible scenario. It's very hard to see many things worse than this. It's terrible. But back to what makes this movie so amazing. And, Bear's amazing. The Michael Johnston playing Bear, he's really does a good job of playing that guy who just can't get the courage to talk to the girl, or is just kind of, he's just a shy, kind of nerdy guy, just can't get it all together. But who really carries this movie, and the reason why this movie is getting so much praise, and it's getting it from me as well, is Indy Navarrete as Nikki. Guys, when I tell you, she is terrifying. It's multiple things with her performance. She is so amazing at just being totally normal in one shot and then instantaneously flipping to where she is just horrifying. And it's not in any like one specific thing, like, oh, she does this little thing very well. It's everything in her performance. One thing is like in her verbal way that she delivers stuff, it's very creepy. You can tell she's so good. She knows the moment she's in as an actress, and she just lives up to it. She just does it so well. You genuinely feel uneasy watching her in the way that she speaks. The other thing is her facial expressions. This is getting more into her physical performance, which I'll get a little bit more into here, but it's nuts. Her facial expressions, the way that she smiles, you know, it's got that very creepy, almost, you know, the movie Smile-esque, but honestly worse here. She is just so good at it. So good. And it honestly, they will do shots in this movie where they pan to her smiling. And it does that thing that I know all of you know, if you watch horror movies, you know what I'm talking about, where it stays on a shot that's very uncomfortable, and it stays on that shot for, I swear, it's like 3 minutes straight. It's not actually, but you know the feeling. Like, it feels like it's a whole 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It just feels forever, and you were just like, please just cut to the next scene. Please, I can't watch this anymore. So that's a huge thing. Her facial performance, her facial expression is just insane. It's out of this world. But I think the thing that really sold me and was like, this girl is amazing. Like, she is so good at horrifying me. And that would be her physical movements and her physical expression of what she's doing. There are certain scenes in here where she does stuff with her body that is so unnatural and so uneasy. It makes you so uneasy that, like, I just can't describe it. You have to go and see it. It's one of those things, like a lot of human fear, like one of the big things in human fear is like people acting unnatural. I know that's one for me. Like, if people, you know, we all have that understanding of how people should act physically or even like, you know, socially speaking or whatever it may be. We have those norms that we expect. And so when people break those norms in a really obscure way, it just kind of gets under your skin. You don't know, because we crave understand. We crave the things that we understand. We crave the things that we know to be true. And the way people act is a certain thing that we've kind of, as human beings, we kind of come to understand. She does things that just break all those molds. It's so uneasy. Like, there is a scene when you guys go watch this movie, because you're going to. I'm just telling you, go watch the movie. If you haven't watched it yet, stop right now, go watch it. But anyway, there is a scene in here, and anybody who's seen it and is watching this review will know the scene where she is in the room with him and she is doing a certain thing in the corner of the room. That's all I'm going to put. I don't want to ruin anything else for anybody. But my gosh, guys, it is so unnerving. And the way also, what is so genius about this is the way that Curry Barker filmed this movie and the way he uses darkness with her. You know, there's this scene towards the beginning of the movie when the plot is really taking off, where she's in darkness, you know, at this porch, and there's a light, but it's not showing her face. Like, it's lighting up other parts of her, but it's not showing her face fully. And I told my wife when we were watching it together, I was like, it's weird. Like, you watching it, you can see it's her face, but the way that it's lit almost looks like skeleton. Like, it had like a skeleton-esque feature to it that I was like, that's just like, it's really weird. I know it's not skeleton. That's not her skeleton or anything, but like, it was so gray and dark all around the ridges of like her cheekbones and her chin, and it just looks so unnatural. And there's moments where it's like she's in the darkness and she's doing something, and with her facial expression or whatever, and it just looks like a completely different person. I asked her, I was like, is that a different actress? Because it does not even look like the same person. Guys, I can only rant and rave so long about how great Indy Navarrete is for this. I'm not being hyperbolic here. I really think that she deserves to win an Oscar or whatever award they give out. I know horror actors and actresses always get snuffed at these award festivals because they never look at those movies or whatever. I don't know what the deal is, but this would be a sincere crime to all of cinema if she does not win some kind of award for this performance, because she carries the whole thing. And you can say that about other actors and actresses in the past with movies, but she is literally the sole reason why this movie is so terrifying. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this too long. I love this. Curry Barker, you know, he just add him to the list of new directors who are just killing it on their first attempt. You know, it's something that's happening more and more, and I'm super happy about it. On top of that, comedy guys who are from comedy who come into horror and just kill it on the first attempt. Don't need a preseason game, don't need a warm up in the bullpen. They just come out, pitch a strike the first one, and it's incredible. So, and I also heard that he got the rights to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm not a huge fan of that franchise. Like, I've seen the movies and I think they're okay. They're not my biggest, like, they're not my cup of tea necessarily. Just seeing this movie and getting the excitement that I got from watching this movie, I'm already just like, yep, anything you do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I am there day one. I don't care if I haven't really been a huge fan in the past. I'm there. You can count me there. I'll pre-order my ticket now if you want. So yeah, guys, that's the review. It's a little longer than other reviews that you might have seen, but honestly, guys, like, I just cannot tell you enough how much I love this movie, one, but two, the performance of the main actress, Indy Navarrete, she is just amazing, guys. If anything, just go to the movie to support what she did in this. This is truly a generational work that she put on display, and also from Curry Barker. Super excited for him and for this achievement that he's had, and I'm looking forward to what he has in the future. So yeah, guys, if you want more movie reviews like this, just like and comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.